So hello after 2 weeks. I'm glad that we are together again, and let's get started. So we're going to do a little bit of a slower practice today, and really focus on meditation and awareness of thinking. So let's just begin settling in on the mat today. So palms up and spine nice and tall, and let your head balance just right on top of those top two vertebrae. Close your eyes and feel your breath. So let's take some deep breaths. Nice slow exhales. Slow, complete exhales. Deep breath in again. Slow, slow exhale. One more time. Deep breath in. Slow, slow exhale. And then just let your breath take over. And notice your body. Notice your folded legs and the weight of your body on the mat. Notice your belly. And then your heart beating in your chest, and your ribs and abdomen expanding with the inhale and contracting with the exhale. And just relaxing the shoulders right off of the torso. And again, being very nice and tall in our sitting posture here. And then letting the head just balance right on those top two vertebrae. So sometimes we might need to pull the head back a little bit. So you can open your eyes, and if you look around you, you'll see a lot of people have a posture like this. And I'm exaggerating, but then that puts a lot of tension here, and it can cause headaches. So notice if you may be doing that, and pull the head back and nice and tall, and then let that chin come down and just relax, so that head is just balancing right on those top two vertebrae. And then as we're sitting here very quietly, the awareness on the body, notice your thinking. And there may be a lot of pressure of thinking very fast today, high energy of thinking, and that's okay. Or you may be more relaxed and the thinking is not as high pressure, a little bit slower. And there may be emotion in your thinking if you're grieving, or you've had a difficult anniversary, or something has caused the emotions to come up. Just notice that. And notice if you're thinking in words, or if you're thinking in images, or a combination. And notice where the words or the images appear. Are they like a movie screen on your eyelids in the front? Or are they further back? Notice if you can tell. It's just a way of being aware of our thoughts and our thinking brain that's different than our self, than our heart. It's a way to separate ourselves from our spirit selves from our thinking selves. And then let's open our eyes and come right over to hands and knees to warm up the spine. So toes under and inhale up. And let's really stretch the abdomen. Look with the eyes up, arch the back, arch the spine, pull the heart open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale over, tailbone down, head down, pull that tailbone down and pull that belly button right up, and then inhale up again. And exhale over. Inhaling up and exhaling over. And just continuing, noticing if you're thinking, and it's okay. I want us to be very gentle with ourselves. If you can stay with an awareness of the body or keep coming back to an awareness of the body, that's good. One more time, each direction. And then into spinal balance. So left arm out, right leg out, inhaling out. Reaching, reaching, exhaling down. Right to the other side, inhaling out. Exhaling down. And continue inhaling out. Exhaling down, and just continue. Continue. And one more in each direction. And then we're going to point that toe. So instead of using the toe to help us balance, we're going to point the toe. So just point the toe. You can use the upper part of the leg to help you balance, but not the foot. So it'll be a little bit different. So left hand out, right leg out. And see how, it's a different balance here when we don't use the foot. And exhale down. Point the toe in the opposite direction and the opposite foot. And exhale down. Exhaling, coming out. And one more time. So these balancing exercises are very good for us. Now let's tuck the toes under. Take a deep breath in, drop the head. Another deep breath in and lift the tailbone right into our first down dog. And let's take a moment to really feel our down dog. So push into all of your fingers, your fingertips, your thumb and forefinger especially. Bend the knees and bicycle through the legs. Just feel those calves stretch, like really put your weight on one side and then your weight on the other side. Now bend the knees nicely and then nod the head yes and shake the head no. Now let's take that tailbone and lift it toward the sky. Reach your chest right towards your feet. And then inhale out to plank. And let's hold plank for a moment. And if you want to, you can come down to your knees. So wherever you're at, just feel your core. And then right back up into down dog. Feeling down dog, coming right to the full part of down dog, lifting that tailbone, reaching the heart right toward the feet. And then walk nice and slow right toward the front. And let's just hang in waterfall. Just completely hang down. And when you're fully relaxed with your upper body, just completely relaxing, then lift that tailbone. So you'll lift the tailbone just a little bit and get that nice stretch of the hamstrings. Now let's come forward onto our toes a little bit and then back onto our heels a little bit. Lift the toes up, forward onto the toes and back onto the heels. Lift the toes up. Now just relax, front to back, side to side. Feel your body. And then from here, let's lift right up into monkey. So feel that nice straight spine in monkey. And exhale right back down into forward fold. Again, inhaling up into monkey. And then right into airplane. Feel those shoulders down, pulling down and away from the ears. And then into our work phase, right up and into chair. Now let's take our weight and sit back on our heels, lift the toes up, look with the eyes up toward the fingers. And let's pull our hands away, right out of our field of vision. Now notice how you are weighted one side to the other. And if you're weighted more on one side, let's even it up. And then hands back in front of you in your field of vision. Let's place all the weight onto the right foot, lift the left foot, and let's do a little balance here. 3 breaths. Now take that foot and kick it back into our first warrior. So reaching in warrior. Thumbs as far back as you can. So thumbs as far back as you can. Knee at right angle over the ankle. Feel that back foot, place as much weight as you can, and just enjoy that lovely stretch. Just notice what feels good, even though you're working hard. Notice what feels good in this pose. Now, as you inhale again, bring the elbows right to shoulder height, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under. You may need to bend that back knee a little bit. And then let's lift into our first back bend and just feel what this does to us. So feel your breath, or make sure you're still breathing. Keeping those elbows lifted, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then inhale up and right over into warrior 2. So the knee remains at right angle over the ankle. And look down and make sure you can still see your big toe there. Now open that palm, reach up, lean back, and either put your weight on your back leg or wrap your arm around you, whatever you prefer to do. And let's count 5 wonderful things that have happened to us that in just the past hour. And these can be, that you have a roof over your head, air conditioning, you have clean water to drink. Just feel that. Notice this good stuff that's just happened in the past hour. And let's windmill over. One hand on each side of the foot, align the nails, back foot so you're on your toe. Now we're in lunge. So feel lunge. So we're gonna do what we normally do, where we make little circles in lunge. And notice maybe the stiff place of lunge and kind of go back and forth over that place. Now let's bring the right hand to the inside of the foot and heel toe that foot out to the side of the mat so that your foot can feel the very edge of the mat. And I want you, and if you're down onto a knee, that's a perfect modification. And you're going to take this knee and relax it out to the side. So relax it out to the side and come down onto your elbows or close. And just feel this lovely stretch of the hip. And if you can't get down to the elbow, go to where you can go. Maybe your arms are just bent a little bit. And just feel this nice stretch of the hip. And then come back up. And since the foot is out there, let's leave it there. Back foot comes to heel and toe. And then we're gonna Open right up, opening that chest up. Pull that arm just as far back as you can get it. Look with your eyes up and just enjoy the sensation that you're getting. Notice where you're feeling this in your body. And exhale down, foot to toe, that back foot to toe. And we're going to take the other arm and reach it right up and open the palm toward the sky. And just enjoy it. Just see if you can open a little bit more. And then exhale down. Now, heel toe that foot so that it's right beneath your shoulder again. And then take that foot and bring it right back to down dog. And let's enjoy down dog. Nod the head yes. And what we may even want to do is take the chin and just pull it right toward the chest. Just feel that little bit of extra stretch on the spine with our chin tucked right into the chest. Now pull the chest right down toward the feet. And then out to plank. And if you need to come down to your knees on plank, that's perfect. Perfect. Lower down slowly now. And our first back bend, and just really enjoy this back bend. So we're lifting and then lift the hands right up off the mat. Feel your diaphragm. And then exhale down, forehead on the mat, fingertips in front of the shoulders, maybe 4 inches or so. And let's lift up into a gecko. So shoulders come down and enjoy this stretch of the spine. Staying with your breath. Noticing if your thoughts are slowing down or if they're still very much pressured. Noticing if you're having emotion. Exhaling down. Now hands right next to the ribs, fingertips even with the heart chakra. Let's tuck the toes under and bring them right at about hips width distance apart. And then lift into your up dog. Remembering if your up dog is down on your knees, that's perfect. And then open the chest. Feel your breath. Look with your eyes up. Notice your body. And exhale down and right back into a nice extended child's pose. This time, let's do it with our knees close together. So extended child's pose. Reach the arms just as far as you can. Feel your breath. And just feel that, what's going on. With your fingers, see if you can reach your arms a little bit further forward and feel that nice stretch of the shoulders. Now, let's bring the hands right about next to the shoulders, elbows out. And we're going to take the hips and set them off toward the right. And just feel that lovely stretch of the hips. And breathing. And then right to the other side. Lovely stretch of the hips again. And then right up and right up to hands and knees. Now from here, bring the knees right to hip width distance and come right up onto the knees. And I want us to do another back bend. So we're going to reach our arms back behind us, interlace the fingers, And just pull the arms. If you can't straighten them, then they're like that, that's fine. And pull both shoulders back as far as you can. This is just going to be a tiny back bend, but it's important to make sure we have our pelvis in the right orientation. So you may want to bring your knees a little bit further than hips width distance apart. And we're going to take the belly and pull it in, and the tailbone and tuck it under. And then gently, gently lift the sternum, look with your eyes up. So it's not much of a back bend, it's a tiny little back bend. A lot of work in the core here. Feel your breath. Notice where you're feeling this back bend. You may be feeling it in the top of the ribs. You may be feeling it in your abs. You may be feeling it in your back. And then relax and come back into a wide stance, forward fold or child's pose. I'll just rest here. So remember to tune in again to your thinking brain. Is it thinking fast? Lots of pressure? Is it thinking slow? Is there emotion? Just being aware. Are you thinking in words or are you thinking in images? And then come back up to hands and knees. And one more time up for a nice back bend. It's going to be a different one this time. So we're going to take our fists and place them right on the sacrum of the spine, right on the SI joints here. Knees, again, a little bit wider than hips width distance apart. And then I want you to pull each shoulder back. Pull each shoulder back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And let's make sure our pelvis is in the correct orientation. So belly in, tailbone under. So really squeeze those glutes. And begin to squeeze the shoulder blades together. See if you can pull those elbows together. You might not get there. I don't get there, but go in that direction. And then lift, 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 and go into a fullest version of this back bend that you can. If you want, you can tuck your toes under. And if you want, you can lean back and place your weight on your heels. Look with your eyes up and back, wherever you're at in the expression of this pose that you need to be on your journey. Breathing, deep breaths. And when you've had enough, come up and over into extended child's pose one more time. Some good breathing here. Another deep breath in and out. And right back to hands and knees. Tucking the toes under, deep breath in. As you exhale, head down, deep breath in. And as you exhale, tailbone up right into down dog. And enjoying down dog. Make sure that you're in the right formation for down dog. Think of your hands, your feet, knees bent, tailbone lifted, just reaching toward the feet. This time, let's take our arms and walk them backward. So we're on our feet now. Relax the head and neck down into forward fold. We're going to bend the knees a lot, bring the tailbone down, pull the belly in, and just relax the neck and the arms completely relax and roll up very slowly, one vertebra at a time. When you get to the level of the shoulders, pull the shoulders back, neck is down. And then roll up that cervical spine, one vertebra at a time, until that head is just balancing and you're nice and tall. Very good. Let's come forward on the mat. And from here, right into a nice pose. Let's bring that our weight back onto the heels, lift the toes. Now bring the arms out to the side where they're out of the field of vision. Notice how you're weighted side to side. See if you can even that up. Breathing deep. As you exhale again, bring the arms back into the field of vision. And let's balance on the other foot. So we're going to lift the right foot. 3 breaths. Now let's take that right foot and kick it back into warrior 1. So knee at right angle over the ankle, thumbs as far back as they can, fingertips as high as they can. Feel that pinky side of the back foot and that lovely stretch of the lateral ankle. See if you can fill it up into the lower leg. Feeling your breath. Now pulling the elbows right to shoulder height, squeeze those shoulder blades together, open through the chest, open through the palms, pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, lifting into our back bend, our standing warrior back bend. So vulnerable warrior, heart is wide open. Feel your breath. And then inhale up and right over into warrior 2. Look down and make sure that you can still see your big toe right on the inside of your knee here. And open the palm. Reach up, lean back, either your weight on your back hand here on your leg or tuck it around, whatever you prefer. And let's think of 5 things that you're thankful for just since we've been doing yoga. Feeling it, remembering it, the vivid neutral, the neutral things around us that when we think about it are very vivid, we can be thankful for them. And windmill over, one hand on each side of the foot and coming right into a nice lunge, knee down if you want to have it down. Circling on the knee into lunge. Okay, let's bring that right hand, or excuse me, the left hand to the inside of the left foot and heel toe that foot out to the very edge of the mat. And we're gonna come down to your knee if you want and pull that knee just as far out to the side as you can, so that just even right here, you're getting a very nice stretch of the hip. And remember, we hold a lot of tension in our hips. So, you know, if this is maxing you out, stay here. If you can do a little more, bend your elbows. If you can come down to your elbows to where your weight is on your elbows, that would be the maximum of this pose. And just really let that hip stretch. Feel your breath. 3 breaths here. 1 more breath. And then hands up onto the hands. And then we're going to place the back foot to heel and toe. Reach that right hand up. Opening through the chest. Open the hand. Very good. Exhale down. Let's come right to the other side. So we're into reverse. Same thing here. Just opening. And exhale down. Now heel toe that foot so that it's right under your shoulder. And we're going to bring that foot right back to down dog. Nice down dog with good form. Enjoy the sensations in your body of down dog. So since we haven't done yoga for 2 weeks, to me, this feels really good. Like these muscles in my body. Oh, hello. It's nice to see you again. And out to plank. We're going to do a little bit of a hard thing. So we're going to go to side incline plank. So if you want to come down to one knee and put that knee to the side and side incline plank like this. Okay, if you want more, then just roll onto your foot and side incline plank. Looking up at your upward stretched hand. Feel your breath, feel your core working. And down and right to the other side. So if you want to, then the other knee comes out, the foot comes out to the side, and you're into side incline plank like this. If you want more, come to the side of the foot and the full expression of side incline plank. You can even do more by lifting that upper leg if you want. Feel that core working. Just be thankful you have this core, this vitality, expression of vitality. And exhale down. And lower down, lower down. Inhale up into cobra. Look with the eyes up. Give your wrists a break here, circle them. Fingertips in front of the shoulders. We can start with our forehead right on the mat and lift, 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 lift. Just enjoying this different form of a back bend. Exhale down. And let's bring our elbows right down so their elbows are right underneath the shoulder blades. Palms are flat down, and just pull your palms back and your chest forward and feel this different back bend. This will engage more of the thoracic spine, which just feels lovely. Look with the eyes up. Stay with your breath. In this quieter pose again, notice your thinking. Notice the speed of your thoughts, if it's really pressured or if it's very slow. Notice if there's emotion. Notice if you're thinking in thoughts or images. Just getting to know yourself. And then exhale down. One last back bend. Hands right next to the ribs, fingertips even with the heart center, tuck the toes under, and coming up into your version of up dog, whatever it is. Breathing. And exhaling down, pushing right back into the counter pose. Knees together again. Right into a nice extended child's pose. Walk those fingertips a little bit further away so we stretch that mid back. And then hands to the side. One more time, let's stretch through the hips. So both hips to one side. And then both hips to the other side. And great, right up to hands and knees. Let's tuck the toes under and come right up to down dog. We're gonna walk forward. Right up into monkey. And then all the way up to a nice standing pose. Now, we're gonna practice our balance poses. So there was an article in the New York Times about a 10-second balance. And so we're gonna try that. And it's not necessarily a yoga pose, but I think it's good for us to practice this 10-second balance. So bring your arms out to the side with palms up. And we're just going to bring your knee up like this and just stay right here. And I'm going to time us. And relax. And that was about 10 seconds. I may be off by a second. Now let's go to the other side. So same thing. Other knee up. Beautiful. 10 seconds. So hopefully you can do that. If not, that's a good one to practice. Just arms out to the side, one knee up. So in thinking about that, let's do the same thing. So, but we're going to do it in tree pose. So first of all, feel your feet and feel, choose one foot to go on and feel that foot rooting down, down, down. Feel it rooting, feel both corners, all four corners of the feet. So both sides of the heel and both sides of the big toe and the little toe. And we're going to set the drishti. So it's your viewpoint. Thumbs are back. So that sets our shoulders where they should be in this pose so that it's easier to balance. And then lift your knee up. So it's the same thing. We're lifting our knee up, but maybe out to the side a bit. And if you can, then put your foot right above your knee. Now, if this is impossible, that's okay. Bring it down to where you typically can be successful in this balance. And then bring your arms to where they need to be. So they may be out to the side, they may be at a V, they may be at the top. Remembering, be gentle with the self. Be gentle with the self. Your brain will get more out of this balance practice by gentleness, by just going to the place in your practice where you can maintain this balance, even if the one foot is your toes on the ground or the whole foot's on the ground. Let's breathing, continue breathing. Feel your feet, your heel, your toes. And exhale down, very good. Right to the other side. So both sides of the heel, feel it. Both toes, big and little toe, feel it. Set your drishti, thumbs back. So we're gonna, again, lift that knee, bring it out to the side. And if you can, bring it up to above your knee. Do that. If you need to bring it below the knee or onto the floor, that's perfect. And then your arms to wherever they need to be. Loving yourself, loving your journey. Very gentle. Focusing on the breath. Letting your brain learn, develop new synapses for balance. Two more breaths. One more breath. And exhale down. Beautiful. Now let's go into one more pose. So there's some options for us here. You can use a block. You can also use the wall. So if you want to use the block, just you may want to start with it at the highest. And you may even want to get 2 blocks. And then stand about a foot away from the block with the same foot. Now we're gonna reach the back foot so that it's in the palm. The other arm comes up and we go forward until we can reach the block and lift that back leg. And if you need to be on the wall here, do that. So if you're on the wall, you're just your foot is on the wall and you're just leaning your hip against the wall. Okay, and that's perfect. That's just perfect. So wherever you need to be, and then come right back and up and out. Now to the other side. So block maybe 12 inches in front of the toe. And let's set your drishti. Bring the other foot into the palm of the hand. We're bending the knee and reaching down. I kind of pull my block out to the side a little bit. Lift that back knee up. So it's a stretch as well as a balance. Now, what I want us to do now that we're kind of used to this is notice how your spine is straight. It's not bent over, but the sternum is lifted. That knee is pulled up as far as you can. And from here, stand straight up. Good. Let's go to the other side. Do it one more time on the other side. And the whole time, if you're using the wall, that's perfect. So foot in the hand, your arm is up. We bend the knee, bring it down to this brick, lift that knee, lifting, lifting, lifting. Now the sternum is lifted and lift straight up. Beautiful. Right to the other side. Other foot in the hand, arm up. Now arm comes down, knee bends. Dynamic balance. Lift that knee, lifting, lifting, lifting. Lift the sternum. And then from here, lift straight up. Beautiful. So let's come then to the very back of the mat. And we'll go into our stretches. Lots of stretches here and some abdominal strengthening. So bend the knees, bend at the hips, drop the arms, and come right down to hands and knees. And before we go into our stretches, let's do a little spinal twist, a little sitting spinal twist. So one knee is bent with the foot right next to the glute, and the other knee is over. Now, for me, this is like impossible. I mean, I can't get my hip all the way down. My hip is just too tight. So if you can do that, then stay there. If you can't do that, straighten the leg. Pull on the knee, bring the arms out to the side, and we're gonna rotate towards that bent knee. So rotate towards the bent knee, elbow goes onto the back of the knee, other arm comes right around to the back, right around even with the spine. And as we inhale, lift, 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 nice and tall, and look as far back as you can. So as you inhale, you lift high, and as you exhale, you twist. So inhale, lift, exhale, twist, inhale, lift, exhale, twist. One more time, inhale, lift, exhale, twist. Great. And then coming back and right to the other side. So if you can, One leg can be right next to the hip, and let's see, I'll do it on the other side. The foot comes on the opposite side of the knee. Now, if you're loose enough through the hips that this sit bone can just fully rest with all your weight on the mat, then you're there. If it can't, then straighten the leg. Now we're going to pull the knee so that we're nice tall on our spine and reach a twist toward that bent knee. Bring the elbow on the outside of the knee. Other hand comes all the way around to the spine. Place your hand or your fingertips on the mat and lift that spine nice and straight. Look all the way back, as far back as you can. You can kind of pull yourself a little bit further in your twist with the elbow on the back of the knee. And if you can't get there, of course, just pull your knee with your hand or your arm. So wherever you're at in your journey, then go there. Now, as we're there, as we inhale, we're going to lift through the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Great. And right back and right onto our backs. Let's meet on our backs. Palms up right next to the ankles, head and shoulders up. Inhale, extend one leg. Exhale, alternate. Nice and slow. Lifting that tailbone a little bit so we engage the lower abs here. Now, both arms over to the side. Reach, really reach to the side. And both arms to the other side. Knees in, arms out to the side. Both knees to the side. Feel that little bit of spinal twist here. Just relax into it for a moment. Now, both knees to the other side. Spinal twist, relax into it for a moment. Now we're going to go back and forth, straight leg if you want a little bit more. So all the way to one side and all the way to the other side. Breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Look out, kitty. Kitty. Look out, kitty. Okay, and one more in each direction. So I'm always going to work you when it comes to abs. Good. Now let's take our palms right underneath the glutes, palm sides down. Spread your toes and lower slowly to the count of 10, lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up and lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up and lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful, and relax. Now let's take our feet and from here, with the feet up, the knees up, I want you to feel your tailbone. Hands are palm side down initially, and tuck each shoulder blade right underneath so your shoulder blades are just tucked as far underneath you as you can. And lift that tailbone, lift it all the way up into bridge. Now let's lift one leg and exhale it down and lift the other leg and exhale it down. And then if you can and if you want to, clasp your hands underneath you and come a little bit further onto your shoulders. Just feel this, lift, push into your feet and lift your hips a little bit further up. Just notice what you feel here. And then relax, coming down slowly, one vertebra at a time, and both knees right into the chest. Okay, before we go into our stretches, let's do a little happy baby. So knees bent, touch your feet, roll around. You know, if you can, put one toe in your mouth, the other toe in your mouth, just like a baby. Just feel this. It's not a pose we typically do as adults. Just be happy. Now, grab onto the left knee and extend the right leg all the way down. Pull that left knee right into the left shoulder. Really crank it in there. Lift the foot. See what you feel. Now, see if you can take that foot and just put it right back here, right above your head. Okay. Bend the knee, bring it just across, nice and gentle, and reach it toward the opposite shoulder. So nice and gentle, nothing harsh, nothing too hard here. Now knee out to the side, reach inside the knee, grab the outside of the foot. And we're gonna push with the elbow, push against the knee and feel that adductor, that nice adductor stretch. I'm gonna bring the other knee up and figure four. So left knee on the right, left ankle on the right knee, reach underneath the right knee, pull everything in, everything in. And exhale, release it. Bring that foot all the way down. So we're going into spinal twist. That foot is reached onto the ground. Take the hand, pull that knee now down onto the ground, and opposite arm and eyes looking towards that opposite arm, and just enjoy spinal twist. Some deep breaths here, and come again to an awareness of your thinking. Is it slow? Is it pressured? Is there emotion? Do you think in words or images or a combination? Being aware of it. Deep breath in and right back. Undo the leg, right into Shavasana, and just feel Shavasana for a moment before we stretch the other side, and notice the difference between right and left sides of the body. Deep breath in. And let's pull the right knee right into the right shoulder. Crank it in. This is a very safe stretch. It really feels good. I'll take the foot and lift it up. And if you're bendy, if you're really like Gumby, then Gumby can take this foot and just put it right back here on behind his head. And then release that, grab the knee and very gently pull it toward the opposite shoulder. Just very gently. There should be no pain here. Now take the knee to the outside of the body, reach inside the knee, grab the outside of the foot, and use a little leverage of that elbow against the knee, and feel that nice stretch of the adductor. And then release. Other knee is bent, figure 4. Reach under and pull everything up. And then we're going to take that foot, release that, and take that foot all the way into spinal twist, looking the opposite direction, other arm out the opposite direction. Just this restful, very restful spinal twist. And then right back. Now let's take our straps. And let's go back to the first leg, the left leg, and wrap your strap around the ball of the foot. Straighten the leg, grab the very end of the strap, reaching the toes toward the nose, flexing the ankle, and then just come up into this pose wherever is your limitation. Remembering that this is a very potent stretch, you can get hurt. So make sure that you're just going to what your limitation is, but proper form. So knee straight, ankle is flexed, toes are reaching toward the nose, and just feel how that stretches the calf. It stretches the bottom of the foot, and feel it all the way up. Breathing. Now, as you inhale, let that leg fall out to the side, opposite arm out for a counterbalance. And just enjoy this. This is a pose of yin energy. So the letting go, softening, giving in. We're not pushing, we're not competing. The yin energy of this pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, release the strap, and let's go right to the other side. So strap right around the ball of the foot, grab onto the very ends of the strap, knee is straight and locked, ankle is completely flexed, toes are reaching toward the nose, and then just come into this pose wherever you are in your practice. So it doesn't have to look like mine. Very important to have a straight knee, foot flex, toes reaching toward the nose. And when you have this proper form, you'll feel a stretch in the calf, in the bottom of the foot, and in the hamstring. Now let's take that leg out to the side for the lateral stretch, reaching it out. Feeling the yin energy. And notice if your thoughts have slowed. Perhaps they have not. Perhaps it's just a high pressure thinking day. We're not trying to change your thought, your thinking, just simply to be aware of it. If emotions may still be there, or remnants of emotions. Remember to notice if you're thinking in words or images. And notice where, if you want to, you can close your eyes and and observe if if you're thinking in images or words, are the words in just like in front of your eyelids, like a movie screen? Are they further back in your mind, in your head? Notice how good your breath feels, just breathing in and out. Now, on the next exhale, let's bend the knee and release and drop the strap. And then come right into Shavasana, or final resting, and go to the place in final resting that's going to serve you today. So it may be legs up the wall. It may be a simple Shavasana. Palms are up. And let's do a body scan. So first, let's feel the head, the heaviness of your skull and brain, just letting that head sink down. Some deep breaths here. Slow exhales, another deep breath. Slow exhale. One more time, deep breath. Slow exhale. And then bring your awareness to the belly. And as you're breathing, notice the diaphragm pushing down and that belly rising and falling as you exhale. Now bring your awareness to your hands and feel the heat rising up off the palms, the delicate weight of your hands. Feel your arms come up into the shoulder girdle. If you're holding any tension in the shoulder or the neck, see if you can let it go and let gravity just take over here. Feeling your breath. Now come into your pelvis and feel the weight of your lower body on the sacrum of the pelvis, the back of the pelvis there. Notice the pelvic floor. And notice the weight of the legs, the femur. Notice the knee joint now. Notice the weight of the lower legs and how the weight rests on the lateral side of the calf and the lateral side of the heel. Now feel your feet, and let's come right into the soles of our feet, the skin on the soles of our feet, and feel the temperature. Notice if there's tingling. Feel your toes. And now let's switch our awareness and feel the entirety of the body laying here in Shavasana, resting. And feel your breath. And as you feel the body, take a moment to just invite stillness. And notice the body is breathing, becoming more and more aware of the breath as it moves into the body and out of the body through the nostrils. Begin to feel the moment the breath enters the nostrils. And feel it riding across the roof of the nostrils. Notice the moment the body exhales And feel the breath as it moves out of the nostrils. As you continue to be aware of the breathing moving out and in the body, become aware of the space the body is occupying. Become aware now of the space outside of the body. And feel and sense that the body is a vessel that is receiving the breath. Just feel this body receiving an inhale. Feel that that vessel is being filled with love. As you feel the body exhale, feel that the body gently softens and surrenders as it continues to receive that love, holding it as a vessel. Begin to notice that the breath becomes more even. The inhale and the exhale become equal in length. You may begin to iron out the hitches and breaks in your breathing as the breath becomes more smooth and quiet. And just allow the vessel of the body to be filled all the way to the top, to the crown of the head with this breath of love. Feel and sense this breath and how it empowers you to love the body that you have. And eventually you begin to feel that this love begins to overflow. Overflowing over the crown of the head, flowing across down the entire body, over the front body and the back body. Feeling as though the entire body is cocooned in the energy of love. You are filled with love. And you are surrounded by love. Every cell in your body is vibrating with the frequency of love. And now let's please open your eyes. The practice is now complete. So let's roll to one side, using an upward stretched arm as a pillow for your head and come into a fetal position. Nice breath or two here. And then come right up into a good, easy lotus, gentle lotus. Reach the arms up. Hands to heart center. And the highest in me honors the highest in you. Namaste. And thanks for joining us. And we'll see you in the kitchen, or we'll see you next week.